Remember I said we'll follow a procedure and then it may veer off?
Scott Wolter found out in college there was something he wanted to pursue.
You know, I was inspired by, when I was in college, by a professor named Charlie Match, who passed away about 1.5 years ago. He was the one who had that passion for teaching and for geology.
He turned his attention to a specific science, and oh, what he uncovered when he was asked to look at the Kensington Rune Stone.
We're trying to focus our light on the root leaching areas here, these white lineations. The way I see it is that if we do this investigation properly, thoroughly, calmly, we should be able to find the evidence. It should be there.
To be honest with you, when I first was challenged by this, I was puzzled. And it wasn't by people in geology or engineering or hard science. It was people in archaeology, anthropology, history, language, that were questioning me and my science. And I said, well, what's the problem here? But quickly I came to understand what the problem was. And it's really sad in many ways that our history of this continent and other parts of the world is not what it should be. We're not being told the correct story.
A clue has been found.
Oh my God.
This mysterious relic leads experts around the globe.
This is evidence.
And that led to a new career, one where he travels the world for a national TV show.
Look, Maxie, I've been incredibly fortunate, and I really appreciate this opportunity to be in television, to get the stories out that I think people need to hear, but at the same time, I don't take it too seriously.
But he takes his work very seriously. The science is what he pursues, much of it done to help on construction and contaminated concrete.
Scott, some people would say this seems tedious, dare I say it, boring.
It is boring. It is tedious.
If you know what you're looking for, or what?
No, it is tedious and it is boring. I mean, to be quite frank with you, but it's got to be done. I mean, it's very important. And you see all those little bubbles there. You know, if we don't have those bubbles, and this is, say, a highway pavement, it's going to literally crumble and fall apart.
It is this work that got him involved in 9/11, brought in to help authenticate if it was indeed a plane crash or anything else that caused the damage to the Pentagon.
But it's not until you understand the details of the damage, of what actually happened, that it all starts to make sense. Where do we need to fix things?
See, he is a man on a mission to advance what he believes is science-based. That puts him at odds on occasion, like when he questions some of what is displayed at the Smithsonian museums.
Well, I think that they're relying on people who aren't following proper scientific method, but there are some cases where they are flat out telling us lies, and I don't understand why they're doing that.
And they say what to you when you say that?
Well, they don't like me, let's put it that way, and I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to get to the bottom of these mysteries, to try to find the answers using proper science.
You sense the former college linebacker likes a good confrontation, that his work is filled with as much passion as it is quantifiable math, that he's fighting for his cause.
I'm an old football player, Maxie, and I was a linebacker, so usually when somebody wants to go, I'm ready to take it head on. So
you kind of enjoy it, don't you?
There's a part of me that does enjoy it, but at the same time, I have to remember there are a lot of people that support me. There are people that came before me whose shoulders I'm standing on, and you know, I have to remember that.
And in his travels across the globe, he is reminded that the makeup of the world is based on science, but only part of it.
Have you learned more about science or more about people?
Definitely more about people. And I guess when people ask me, what do you think the biggest problem is? Is it bad science? Is it, you know, it boils down to one thing. It's definitely problems with the human condition. The human element enters into this whole arena way more than it should.
See, that's what makes his life so interesting. He can come into work any day and be reminded of the company he serves, where there is a purpose in understanding the products that keep people safe, an order and a need for doing the mundane to help all of us.
And what they're doing is they're counting and measuring each air bubble that they see.
And then there is the sense of adventure, the one that comes from not knowing what's next, of exploring and figuring out what you believe, and of educating oneself on what this world really looks like, what the people really think, that even a scientist can't make perfect sense of it. And that's okay, because the real joy is in the journey. A journey that has taken him in front of a camera for quite an international ride.
I'm made out to be this hero character on this television show, and it's all TV, it's all make-believe from that standpoint. Now, we're doing real stories and real investigations, but I'm not nearly as wonderful as they make me out to be on TV.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Lifetouch, photography for a lifetime.